Welcome to class. My name is Allison J. Today is a 25-minute yoga class, and pardon me, I just have hiccups for whatever reason. I'm so super excited to practice with you all. We're going to practice today starting standing. You shouldn't need any props. However, if you like to practice with blocks and blanket, please keep them nearby, and we'll have this fun accompaniment to percuss. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to make sure I can see what I'm doing. So come to stand in Tadasana. So you'll bring the big toe mounds to touch, and then the heels behind the widest part of the feet. If you like to practice with your feet a fist distance apart, that's welcome as well. And then just find your space, bend the knees a little bit, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, and then roll them down the back, creating some broadness across the chest. Palms spin open towards the space in front of you. When you're ready, close the eyes and just feel yourself in standing posture, mountain pose. Feel all four corners of your feet, the back, the front, the sides, rooting down into the earth. Feel the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. And just start to watch your breath. Noticing what you're bringing to the mat this morning. Now we're going to bring the palms to touch in front of heart center, bringing right and left, sun and moon into midline, and pour the weight into the left foot. We're going to lift the right knee up, open up the hip, and come right into tree pose. So allow your right foot or your bent leg to rest either on the calf. You can even take the toes down towards the floor if you need a little help with your balance, or help the foot on up towards the thigh. Avoid the knee. So we want to press the bent leg into the standing leg. Feel all four corners of your left foot rooting down into the earth. Broadness across the chest, and when you're ready, lift the arms up towards the sky. You bring forefinger and thumb to touch. You can keep the hands wide if you like. Totally up to you, but feel the shoulder blades melt down the back. Feel the lower abs draw in. So we're lifting out of the waist. And just allowing yourself to start in this space of balance, this space that is both grounded, rooted, and reaching. Right? Hands come back to heart center. We hug the knee in towards the chest, drop the sole of the foot down towards the earth, and then just give your little hips a little wiggle as we shift weight now over toward the right foot. Lift the left knee in, open up the hip, and try to avoid opening your hips to the side as well. We want to keep the hip facing forward. Find placement of your foot, and then grow tall. Feel yourself grow tall, tall, tall like a tree. Hence the tree pose. When you're ready, reach the arms up towards the sky, feeling that external rotation of the upper arms. Right, so we're not rolling in, but rather keeping our arms open wide. Gaze is settling off into the distance. Feel as if you can see one spot, but yet also see the periphery, the whole, right? So we have our focus, but we see the larger picture. Hands come to heart center. We hug the knee back and towards the chest and down towards the floor. Give your hips a little shake from side to side. We're going to move through Surya A now. So from here, we inhale, reach the arms around and up towards sky. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, come up half lift, hands come to shins. Parallel, the chest is parallel the floor. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, coming through low runner's lunge. Bring the right foot to meet it. Plank pose, heart is open, gaze is up at the front of your mat. Take heels over toes, drop the knees down. Just for this first Surya A, bend the elbows towards the space behind you. Inhale, slide forward for baby cobra. Press the toes and the pubic bone into the earth as you reach the heart forward. On your next exhale, curl the back toes under. Lift the seat up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep full inhale here for your first down dog. Exhale, release, sigh it out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And go ahead and exhale, bend the knees to gaze up towards the front of the mat. Step the left foot forward, bring the right foot to meet it. We inhale, half lift, shoulder blades reach together once more. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root down to reach all the way up. Palms may touch. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Hug the navel in towards the spine. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hand, step the right foot back now. Left foot comes to meet it, plank pose. We move through our modified chaturanga, dropping the knees, bending the elbows towards the space behind you, dropping chin and chest down towards the floor. We inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to move through this Surya 8 just twice more, bending the knee. Gaze comes up towards the hands. Step right foot forward. Left foot comes to meet it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, reaching arms around and up. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. Wrapping the sit bones underneath the body. Inhale, lift, following your breath. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back. Right foot comes to meet it. Keeping the knees lifted now. Take heels over toes. Bend the elbows, come on down halfway for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Lifting gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog, or upward facing dog is what I meant, not baby cobra. Hiccups. Take a deep full breath in the nose. Exhale, bend the knees. You can step or lightly float your feet to meet your hands, coming into half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reaching the arms around and up. Exhale, we fold. Last one before we add on. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding. Plant the hands, right foot steps back, left foot comes to meet it. Start in your plank pose. Dropping the knees if you need, but I encourage you to play with lifting the knees, keeping the thighs lifted, even your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep full breath here. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze comes up towards the front of your mat. And just make your way to the front of the mat however you need. We meet, inhaling, reaching the arms around and up, and then exhaling, hands to heart center. Close the eyes, tap in. You can even place your hands to your heart if you like, just noticing that movement, how that's shifted your energy. And then with the toe mounds together, heels behind the widest part of your foot, we're going to bend the knees and sink the hips coming into your chair pose. So sit low, squeeze the thighs together, and then reach the arms up alongside the ears. So we're going to move through Surya B. Sit low, low, low. Weight comes into the heels, and then feels if you could draw the ribs together, lengthen the low back. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step yourself back to plank. You're also welcome to hop back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Lowering down, finding your back bend, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, reach the right leg up and back and pause here. We're in a three-legged dog. Press down through forefinger and thumb to really reach the right heel towards the space behind you, dropping the left heel down towards the earth. Go ahead and step the right foot forward. In between your hands, a little right of center, so we drop the left heel down towards the earth. Inhale, arms reach up alongside the ears. Warrior one, drawing the right hip crease back in space, wrapping the butt cheek underneath the body, arms are up alongside the ears. And then on your next exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot, spin onto the ball of the left foot. We're going to go ahead and press into the hands to reach the right leg up and back. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. You can keep that right leg lifted if you like, and then we're lowering down through chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend, upward facing dog, baby cobra, lifting back into downward facing dog. Take a deep full inhale and lift the left leg, pausing here. Notice the weight of your body. If you want to tip on over to one side, trying to keep your weight balanced, even as we have this leg lifted, step it forward in between the hands, dropping right heel as we set up for warrior one on the left side. Here, really lengthen the tailbone, drawing your lower abs in, pressing the back of the right foot down into the earth. Heart reaches forward. Exhale, hands come down to frame that left foot, spinning onto the ball of the right foot. Press into your hands, reach the left leg up and back. Move through your flow as you see fit. Taking that three-legged chaturanga dandasana, taking your traditional chaturanga, or even dropping the knees. We all meet in downward facing dog. Bend the knees, take gaze up towards the front of your mat. Step or lightly float your feet to meet your hands. Coming into that half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then big toe mounds come to touch. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Arms reach up alongside the ears. Sit low. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We do that all one more time, adding on. Inhale, arms come alongside the ears. Sit low. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, make your way through your flow, stepping or hopping back to your chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, drop the left heel. Inhale, arms reach up alongside the ears. Exhale, hands come down to frame the right foot, spin onto the ball of the left foot. Left hand comes underneath the shoulder, right arm reaches up towards the sky, taking a twisting lunge. Be mindful not to open into the side here and sway the hips off to one side. Keep the left heel reaching back. And then hand comes down towards the earth. We reach the right leg up and back, and then move through your flow. Coming into plank pose, dropping the knees if you need, moving even through baby cobra. We all meet in downward facing dog. Taking the flow that's right for you, we inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Step it forward, dropping right heel down towards the mat. Inhale, arms reach up alongside the ears. Exhale, hands come back down towards the earth. Inhale, left arm reaches up, gaze follows. Exhale, hand comes back down. Press into your hands as you reach the left leg up and back. Coming forward, moving through your flow. Allowing yourself to be with the breath. We meet in downward facing dog. Inhale forward, plank pose. Go ahead and lower all the way down to the mat. Coming to rest on your belly. Feel internal rotation of the legs as you just rest one cheek to one side. Take a few breaths into the upper back. And then we take the forehead down towards the earth. We prepare for Shalabhasana. So spin the palms down towards the earth. Inhale, peel head, neck, and chest up off the mat. Lifting heels, heart, and head. Okay. Feel the inner shoulder blades drawing together. Toes are reaching towards the space behind you. Fingertips reaching towards the space behind you. And the crown of the head reaching towards the space in front of you. Okay, so we feel this pull of opposition from navel northward, reaching forward. And the legs reaching back. Go ahead and lower on down. Rest the opposite cheek to one side. Shift your hips from side to side. Then take forehead back down towards the earth. We're going to bend the left knee. Go ahead and reach back with the left hand. Catch hold of that ankle. And then we're going to reach the right hand forward. We can keep that arm in a 45-degree angle, sort of bent, and then lift up. And we're just going to press the left ankle into the left hand. If you want, you can even reach that arm forward, lift it up. Some blocks in my way. Coming on up here, if you need that support, go ahead and keep it down. Any way that feels stable for you. But keep pressing the left ankle into the left hand, opening up into a half bow, feeling the left quad open, feeling the left rib open. Go ahead and lower on down. We're just gonna swap sides. So bend the right knee. Go ahead and reach back for that ankle with the right hand. Keep the heel in line with the bum so that the knee is aligned. You can even flex the foot if you like. And then inhale, lift up halfway. Feel your pubic bone drawing down towards the earth. And again, you can reach the arm forward. You can take a lift if you like. Just make sure that you're able to support yourself. If you have knee problems here, definitely do flex the foot. Keep the knee in line with the bud. And then gently release. Go ahead and take arms alongside the rib cage. Press yourself back to child's pose. Taking knees wide, toes to touch. Reach the arms forward. And just take a couple of breaths here. We're going to walk the hands over toward the right, drawing the left hip crease back in space, taking this nice lateral stretch. Breathe into the left side ribs. And then walk back through center. Hands come over toward the left as we draw the right hip crease back in space. And then just breathe into right side ribs. Come on back through center. We're going to walk our hands back and up the thighs. So here we're going to prepare for yet another back bend. We're going to prepare for camel pose. But I want you to take this at your pace so that the knees are going to be touching here, and we place the toes underneath. So you want to help all of your toes, even your pinky toes, underneath the body. And then we're just going to come to kneel, right? And once you're kneeling, feel your thighs draw together, feel your butt draw together. Everything's hugging in towards the midline. And then we walk the hands to the low back. Fingertips pointing down. Again, we hug the elbows in toward one another. And then we're just going to lift the heart up towards the sky as you lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor. And the gaze can come up. And you're welcome to stay here, breathing into the front line of your body. If you feel like you have more space and range and you're well practiced in this posture, go ahead and reach your hands back down towards your heels. Heart reaches up towards the sky. You can even take the gaze towards the space behind you. But just allow yourself to keep drawing the low abs in towards the spine so that we're supporting the low back here. We don't want to be dumping our weight into the low back. So really lift the low abs in. And then gently walk your hands back up towards your tush into your low back. And take the seat towards the heels, keeping the toes curled underneath you. And then take right arm right in front of the face at a 90-degree angle. Left arm wraps around it, coming into eagle arms, taking the backs of the hands together or even the palms to touch. Breathe into the shoulders, lift the elbows, maybe gaze comes up. And then on your next exhale, open up the arms, give your hands a shake. Now we take left arm into 90-degree angle, right arm wraps around it. So you might find actually that this part of your body that's speaking to you the most might actually be your toes if you don't practice opening the bottoms of your feet regularly. Inhale, lift the elbows, gaze comes in between the arms, forearms. And then gently open on up. Hands come back down towards the earth. We uncurl the toes, swing the legs out to one side. So extend your legs. Feet are flexed. We're going to inhale, arms reach up alongside the ears. Exhale, hinge forward. So here the hands can touch the toes, the shins, the knees. Try and keep the heart open and the chest wide so that the torso is upright. Just for the first little bit, keep flexing your feet. really drawing the kneecaps up and embracing the bones with the flesh of your body. So you feel as if you're activating your legs. We're not just slumping into this. And then we're actively reaching the heart towards the toes. Now, anywhere, wherever you are, allow your eyes to close, and then now feel the upper thoracic spine start to round. Let me just take a couple of breaths here. And it's so funny, I've been spinning recently, kudos to Pam, and these postures really shift and shake when you start a new exercise. So just allow yourself to be wherever you are, indulging in the breath, and then we'll walk the hands back on upright. We're gonna bend the knees, scooch the butt towards the front of your mat, taking the feet mat distance apart here. Now the feet are gonna be parallel, hip distance apart. Sorry, I said mat distance, hip distance. And then fingertips point towards the space in front of you, elbows point towards the space behind you. We're gonna come to reverse tabletop. So inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. The gaze is over the knees, or you can even take it up towards the sky or the space behind you. But again, feel as if the thighs are drawing in. It's like you're holding a block between your thighs. The heels feel like they're gripping toward the head. So we're activating the butt, the quads, and then exhale, go ahead and gently leave that tushy down on the earth. Extend the legs once more. We're going to bend the right knee. Go ahead and cross the midline, setting up for Marichyasana. The twist here, if you want, you can keep this leg extended if you have the knee problems. If you don't, bend your left knee, taking the heel towards the outside of the right hip. Sit up tall, so both hip points are reaching down into the earth, and then inhale, the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, rotate over toward the right. Now you're welcome to wrap the left arm around the right thigh. If that feels good for you, you can even take the elbow to the knee, starting to rotate a little bit more. Draw the right hand near the sacrum, keeping collarbones wide, back of the neck long. And then gently release, take a counter twist over toward the left. And come back up to center. Go ahead and swap sides. So we extend that left leg, or extend the right leg, left leg comes back around. Bend the right leg if you did that on the other side. And then inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, twist, rotating from navel center, starting by gathering the right arm around the left thigh. And then maybe walking that left hand back behind you, opening the heart. And if you did so on the other side, play with taking the elbow to the knee and then just gently rotating around. Again, we want to create space for more breath. We don't want to create restriction. So if you find yourself reaching beyond your point of openness, then you know you've gone too far. Release. Counter twist over toward the right. And we come back into a shape where we bring our tushy down, arms reach forward. Now draw the knees and the ankles together. Thighs are together. Palms can face up. If you're feeling like you need some adjustment here or some help, grab behind the thighs as you come to Navasana, lifting your ankles off the floor, reaching the arms forward. You're welcome even to take the legs straight. And then go ahead and lower on down toward the earth. So just feel yourself lay on the back here. And we're going to take the arms out, or take the arms alongside the body. We'll do one bridge. Feet are hip or hip distance apart. Press down into the feet, press into your hands, lift the hips up towards the sky. So just like your reverse tabletop, feel like you're squeezing the thighs together, peeling the heels towards the head. And then of course, if you'd like, you're welcome to walk the shoulders underneath the body, interlacing the hands, just taking a few breaths there. Keep lengthening your lower back. And then gently release. Drawing the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a little rock from side to side, front to back, and allow yourself to come to Shavasana. Now, due to the short timing of this class, our Shavasana will be a 1-minute Shavasana, 2 minutes maybe, but you're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like, feeling the flesh of the butt support hip structure, shoulders nestle under the body, just feeling yourself roll open, palms face up towards the sky. And as I said, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. If you'd like to close out class with me and move to meditation, I invite you to wiggle your fingers, toes. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky and back behind you. Stretching longer to both sides of the body, we bend the knees, place soles of the feet on the earth, and then just roll over onto one side. And then just gently press yourself on upright, come to an easy, comfortable seat. And in this easy, comfortable seat, bring the palms to touch in front of heart center. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. It is my deepest honor to guide you through these practices. Namaste. Hope to see you on the other side. Heading over to meditation.